I'm here at Universal Studios Florida to do a random ride challenge. I'm going to use a spinning wheel app to determine which of the 13 rides at this park I'm going to ride. I have no say in the matter. The only thing I can choose to do is whether use my Express After 4, Single Rider, or Standby lines, depending upon which ones I think might be faster. Now it's time to head into the park. Okay, I am through the gates, and now I am ready to begin my first ride. Hopefully it'll be a good one. First up, Transformers. I consider myself lucky because I really like that ride. So let's go help Optimus and the other Transformers save the day. I'm using the Express Pass. Hopefully that'll be the fastest way to get this one. Okay, ride one down. Time to get out the spinner and see what comes up next. Watch where you're going. That's a step I just learned. Shows a 25-minute wait, but hopefully Express will go a lot quicker than that. Alright, now we go into Krusty's mouth. Okay, ride 2 down. And Simpsons is just as good as always. Let's see what's up next. Now into Diagon Alley. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Single Rider or Express. Probably Express. Just depends on what the wait time shows. Now, Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes is probably my favorite shop in Diagon Alley. It's featured in both the movies and the books. Why don't you comment down below on what your favorite shop is in Diagon Alley? Shows 25 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and do the Express. Well, that was Gringotts. I was off in about 15 minutes. Using Express was really nice. Maybe even less than that. But now off to the next ride. You may have noticed that I spun it twice. Earlier today I checked and it said ET was closed, so I spun it again to get the next ride, but when I was checking for wait times for Men in Black, ET showed up. So we're just going to go ahead and hit ET, then over to Men in Black, which is nice because I like ET a lot. I'm glad it's up, and that helps with my chances of doing every single one of the rides here tonight. So now off to ET. And there it is, E.T. Adventure, the last original ride left at the park, and one of my favorites.
Unfortunately, E.T. didn't say my name, well, the name I gave. I gave Luigi, like the hat I'm wearing. Every now and again I get lucky enough he says my name. Honestly, usually I can't make it out, but today it seemed like the speakers for E.T.'s voice were a whole lot better. Maybe they repaired those, I don't know. But again, off to Men in Black. Now, as we get closer to Men in Black, I decided I'm going to try Single Rider over the Express. I don't know how it's going to be today, but sometimes they do that pre-show in front of the elevator that takes some time. And usually the Single Rider, you just walk right on through. So that's what I'm hoping for tonight.
And honestly, the single rider line has maybe the best air conditioning in all of the Universal parks here in Orlando. And it's been pretty humid, so I wouldn't mind getting some of that. Men in Black alien attack. Well, that was Men in Black, and Single Rider was a walk-on. So now time to see what is up next. And it's back to Simpsons Land. Twirl and Hurl. Okay.
Due to the random order of the rides, this is my third time through Simpsons Land tonight. This is really going to help my step count.
Fun fact about my ride on The Simpsons earlier tonight, that was the very first time in the dozens of times I've ridden it that I saw the show on the first floor. I'd never even done that before. That was kind of cool. And here we go. King Kodos, Twirl and Hurl. Express. But this looks low enough. I might get in on the next go round. I'm hoping so. Oh, it's kind of cool.
Please remain seated until your vehicle comes to a complete stop.
Well, that was Kang and Kodos, Twirl and Hurl. Let's see what is up next. I've done Minions Mayhem, I think once, with my kids when we vacationed here years ago. Never had a reason to go back. Not until today. Who knows? Maybe I'll go through and think, wow, this is awesome. Doubtful, but you never know.
Éntrate con ellos, Emi.
That was Minions Mayhem. And to be honest, I was short selling that ride. I'm glad I got to do it again. I mean, it's not my favorite here by any means, but it was kind of fun, cute. I can do it every now and again. Now, it's not worth the wait times that I've seen it get up to for me, but for others it might be. And now that I know the next ride's Mummy, I'm going to pass by Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon. Right up here. And I'd have to say, between that and Minions Mayhem, which are two similar rides and ride systems anyways, I think I like Minions better. Not that Fallon was ever one of my favorite rides, but I've jumped on it a few times, you know, when it's short and everything else is a long wait time or it's really hot out. But yeah, I'd have to say, every now and again, when it's basically a walk-on, I might jump on Minion Mayhem. But now it's off to the Mummy. Love me some Mummy. That was just a walk-on thanks to Express. And now up next, Minion Blast. One of my bottom tier rides here. If I had to rank them, and I probably will do that sometime in the future. So I'm off to get on a moving sidewalk and pretend like I'm shooting at some screens. No, it's not that bad. It's just nowhere near as good as Men in Black in my opinion, and that ride's been here, what, decades longer? So, back to Minion Land. You know, it's 8:30. Don't think I'll hit everything, but I think without this random order, I probably could have. If I just saved Rip Ride Rocket to the last, that is, because it's long wait. But yeah, I think I could have done it. It is pretty empty in here. Definitely did. And now off to Fallon. You know, I have to say, after doing both Minion rides today, after not doing them for a long time, I have to say I think I like Minion Mayhem better. Yeah, I do think I do. It just more fun. I mean, I like a good shooting game, but Minion Blast just isn't it for me. But now it's time to get on Fallon. Same picture of me and Jimmy. Yes.
All set. Thank you.
Well, that is it. Park is closed, and I was able to get on 10 rides today. Everything but Fast and Furious, Roller Coaster, and Rip Ride Rock. Overall, this was a really fun night. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, randomizing how I got to go on these rides was pretty cool. So, till the next ride challenge, I'll see you out there.